They look like warriors, bold, muscular, steady. Rottweilers command respect the moment they enter a room. People fall in love with the image, a fierce protector, a loyal companion, a dog that will stand by your side no matter what. But behind that powerful frame is a heart that needs more than admiration. It needs leadership, structure, and unwavering commitment. And sadly, that's where many people fall short. Every year, countless Rottweilers are surrendered, not because they're bad dogs, but because they were misunderstood. In this video, we're diving into the real reasons people give up on Rottweilers, and what you need to know to avoid making the same painful mistake. Because this isn't just a breed, it's a promise. And if you're not ready to keep it, the consequences don't just affect you, they break a bond that was never meant to be broken. Stick around, reason number 4 might just make you rethink whether this breed is truly the right fit for your life. So many people fall for the image of a Rottweiler, the loyal guardian, the fearless protector, the strong and silent companion. But what they don't see is the deep level of commitment this breed demands. Owning a Rottweiler isn't just about feeding and walking them. It's a full-time responsibility that calls for structure, patience, and consistent leadership. These dogs don't do well when left alone in the backyard or ignored in the home. They crave your presence, your direction, and your emotional investment. Without that, they feel lost, and a Rottweiler without purpose can quickly spiral into behavioral issues. Training isn't optional. It's a necessity. Daily physical activity isn't just for health. It's how they release energy in a positive way. And socialization isn't a weekend hobby. It's how they learn to be confident and calm in a world full of distractions. Love is important, yes, but love without leadership leads to confusion. If you're not ready to be a steady, present guide in their life, then you may not be ready for a Rottweiler. A confident Rottweiler doesn't just happen by chance, it's the result of early, consistent, and intentional socialization. Many people make the mistake of thinking socialization means letting their dog play at the park once in a while. But for a Rottweiler, it's so much more than that. It's about slowly and positively introducing them to a wide variety of people, animals, sounds, and environments from a young age. Every new experience is a chance to teach your Rottweiler how to stay calm, how to observe without fear, and how to trust their human in unfamiliar situations. Without this crucial foundation, fear can take root, and fear in a dog as strong and powerful as a Rottweiler can quickly turn into reactivity or aggression. It's not about overwhelming them with noise and chaos. It's about teaching them, step by step, that the world is a safe place. Socialization isn't a bonus, it's a lifeline. The more you invest in it early on, the more likely your Rottweiler will grow into the confident, stable companion you've always wanted. Rottweilers were born to protect, it's written into their DNA. But without proper guidance, that protective instinct can easily be misunderstood or misdirected. Too often, people mistake barking at strangers or lunging at the fence as signs of loyalty, when in reality, it's confusion. A Rottweiler without clear boundaries doesn't know what's a real threat and what's just everyday life. And that confusion can quickly turn into fear-based aggression. Real protection isn't loud or chaotic, it's calm, measured, and confident. A well-trained Rottweiler doesn't need to bark at every passing car or growl at every new face. They trust their human to handle the situation. They stay alert but composed. To bring out the best in your Rottweiler, you must become a leader who sets the tone, who teaches them what to react to, and more importantly, what to ignore. When you build that trust, you don't just have a watchdog. You have a true guardian, one who protects not from fear, but from a place of calm strength and loyalty. Rottweilers are not for the faint of heart, and they're definitely not the best choice for first-time dog owners. Their strength, intelligence, and determination make them extraordinary companions, but only when matched with confident, experienced leadership. A Rottweiler will test your limits, push your boundaries, and challenge your consistency. They're not trying to be difficult, they're trying to understand where they stand in the pack. And if you don't provide clear rules and firm guidance, they'll make their own decisions, often in ways that lead to frustration or even danger. First-time owners often underestimate just how much structure this breed needs. Without it, what begins as excitement can turn into overwhelm. And that overwhelm, both for the dog and the owner, is what leads so many to give up. If you've never trained a strong-willed breed before, think carefully. A Rottweiler isn't a starter dog, they're a lifetime commitment that demands patience, strength, and deep understanding. Sometimes, despite all the good intentions in the world, a Rottweiler ends up in a home that simply wasn't the right fit. Maybe they were chosen for their powerful look, their reputation, or the image they project without a true understanding of what they really need to thrive. When reality sets in the need for structure, daily mental and physical exercise, consistent training, some owners find themselves overwhelmed, unprepared, and heartbroken. It's easy to point fingers, to judge those who surrender their dogs. But life is complicated. Circumstances change. And sometimes, the most responsible, most loving decision is to let a dog go so they can find a home better suited for their needs. It's not about failure, it's about doing what's right. Every Rottweiler deserves a home where they are not just admired, but truly understood and supported. Before bringing one into your life, ask yourself, are you choosing them for who they are, not just how they look? Because this isn't a breed to impress others, it's a breed that needs your all. Beneath the muscle and the strength, a Rottweiler carries something just as powerful, a sharp, active mind that's constantly craving stimulation. And when that need is ignored, things can go downhill fast. Too many people focus only on physical exercise, thinking a long walk or a run is enough. But for a Rottweiler, that's only half the equation. Without mental challenges, they become bored, restless, and often destructive. Chewing, digging, barking, it's not bad behavior. It's a frustrated mind looking for something to do. These dogs were bred to work, to solve problems, to think. They thrive when given puzzles to solve, tasks to complete, and jobs to focus on. Teaching them new tricks, using interactive toys, or involving them in structured activities isn't just a fun bonus, it's essential to their well-being. A mentally stimulated Rottweiler is a calmer, more focused, and more balanced companion. If you want your dog to be their best, don't just hire out their body, engage their brilliant mind. There's a weight that Rottweiler owners often carry. It's not their dog's physical strength. It's the judgment, the stares, the subtle fear people show simply because of the breed's reputation. You walk through the park and feel eyes on you. Friends and even family might question your decision. And over time, that pressure can make you doubt yourself. But here's the truth, your Rottweiler feels everything you feel. If you're anxious, unsure, or embarrassed, they will sense it and mirror it. Rottweilers feed off your energy, and your confidence becomes theirs. That's why it's so important to rise above the noise. Be your dog's advocate. Be their calm in a world that too often misunderstands them. Walk with your head held high. Teach with patience. And when someone gives you that look, meet it with grace and maybe even a little education. Because a well-raised Rottweiler doesn't need to prove anything. And neither do you. Sometimes, even with the best intentions, a Rottweiler ends up in a home that simply isn't the right match. Maybe someone chose them for their powerful appearance, their loyal reputation, or the image of having a tough dog without truly understanding what this breed needs to thrive. When the reality sets in, the constant training, the daily structure, the emotional and physical demands, some owners feel overwhelmed, even defeated. Life changes, circumstances shift, and what once felt like the right decision starts to feel like a burden. It's easy to judge, but the truth is more complicated. Letting go of a dog is heartbreaking, but in some cases, it's also the most selfless and responsible choice if it means that dog will find a better suited home. Every Rottweiler deserves to be in a place where they are not just admired, but genuinely understood, trained, and loved for who they are, not who people imagine they would be. It's not about shame. It's about honesty and doing what's best for the dog. Rottweilers aren't just dogs, they're a reflection of the love, patience, and leadership we choose to give. Behind their powerful presence is a heart that longs to belong, to be understood, to be guided with strength and kindness. And maybe that's the lesson they leave us with, that relationships, whether with a dog or a person, aren't built on appearances or assumptions, but on effort, trust, and unconditional presence. If you're willing to show up every day, to learn, to grow, and to lead with love, a Rottweiler will give you more than loyalty, they'll give you their soul. So tell us, have you ever loved a Rottweiler, or thought about bringing one into your life? Share your story in the comments below, we'd love to hear it. And if you believe every dog deserves a chance to be truly seen and understood, hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe to Love Dogs for more heartfelt stories and honest insights into the dogs who give us everything.